From MISSYOU, we are sampling products and review a 3D hologram fan stand, 42.5 inch, 16.5 inch spin display kit. We have an instruction guide to follow and go over, an application to load, and assembly. If you're creative and you have a business, logos, and more, and you're looking for an attention getter, these spin displays may be something you are looking for. A total of 224 plus beads of light, RGB color. We have a parts list on the table to go over. We have brackets, 6 of them. We have a package of 24 grub bolts and right angle Allen toolkit. In this package kit, we have two 62mm bolts, 6 50mm bolts, and 6 nuts and 2 washers, 3 base brackets, 4 set screws, and 4 cushion pad feet self-adhesive, and 2 cushion blocks, a right angle Allen key, and a Phillips bit. We're going to show you how easy this is to assemble step by step. Everything is laid out on the table, and let's get started. Your template glass comes with white squares. Please remove, take the circle rubbers, peel off, place on the corner, a millimeter or 2 behind, and press down on all 4. With 2B bolts, you're looking for part A4 that says 7 and 8, 8 on the bottom. Inside here are self-tapping holes. Turn to the side, place in your bolt, match up the holes, and screw down. Before tightening down, place in the next bolt. Carefully lock down. A3, 6 and 5 with the numbering to the back, with 2 brackets with the narrow end facing out. Slide on and in. Repeat for the other side as well. With some grub bolts and the right Allen key, start to screw in. Do not over tighten. Lift up 50% of the bracket, tighten down. Now place on number 6 to number 7. Place on the grub bolt. Hold down firmly and tighten. Repeat for the other side by placing in your grub bolt. Lifting up, adjusting 50%, tightening down. When all your grub bolts are in, proceed to the next step. Grabbing the next bar, which is known as 3 and 4 of the number of A2, 4 faces down, to the back, grabbed 2 plates, and slide in again. Grab more grub bolts, 8, place in from the bottom, loosely slide up, halfway, and start to lock down. Repeat for the opposite side, the same. Now take number 4, place on, slide down, and lock on with the rest of the grub bolts by holding down on top and securing down each of the screws now. Looking for the last piece with 1 and 2. number A1, 2 on top. Place in the last 2 brackets. Round it in first. Grab 8 more grub bolts. Place on. Lift up. 50%. Lock down. Repeat for the other side the same. Place on the top with number 2. Slide on the bars. Press down on top and lock down. Go over all the grub bolts. Make sure everyone is in on both sides and secure down. You have completed your step in installing. You may remove the numbers with the plastic tool. You can scrape the numbers off. We are completed in building our stand, and we have these rubber spacers. This is known as low, number 1, tall, number 2, low, number 3. The spacers will go over here, 2 of them to make this stand out, make it tall. So this way the blades do not hit one another when they're confined. On our fan units, they are numbered number 1 for top, number 2 for the second, number 3 for the third. We're ready for our next step. Removal of the plastic acrylic to look clear like so. You could take tape, simply peel off by pressing, grab the end, and peel both sides. With the cushion spacers the same, grab and peel off the white so they look like clear acrylic. Preparing your pieces, you're going to take the bracket. They're going to go in this particular area of the 3 holes. The 2 cushions are going to go in the middle and then the bracket over here, and using the long screw bolts here. The remaining 4 bolts on the lower and upper holes. The 2 washers go in the second hole. This is number 1, 2, 3. Grab box number 1 and open. Protected by foam, we have a number of items. We have a USB card reader, precision screwdriver, anchors, screws, and set screws. A warning for the fan, a 3D hologram manual. In your spare time, open up, download the application. A remote control with the protective film to be pulled away. The main spin display with the remote control sensors, the DIN plug, the hanging screw, and the number 1 and a 1/4 20 thread 12-volt system. We have the bead arms, beads on one side, chips on the other, numbered up and down, and a power supply with an LED indicator and DIN plug. This location requires a screw. As I shine a light, you can see the screw hole. With the arm facing up, slide into the slot to meet the pins. Turn around and carefully take the precision screwdriver to the screw and place on. Lock down. A close-up look at locking down the blade. Giving a tug to make sure the arm is locked into place. You'll be repeating this for fan number 2 and fan number 3. In order to hang your spin display correctly, all DIN plugs face down. Please remove the silver screws. You repeat this on the 2 and 3. With the clear acrylic, you're going to place on with 4 set screws. You're to be given 12 screws, 4 per spin display. Place on the bracket, place in a set screw, and lock down. Repeat for the 3 remaining and the 2 other spin displays. Known as the 50mm bolt of B4, slide in, place on top and through the hole. With the nut from B3, place on and repeat for the bottom. Bolt and nut. With an open wrench, place on and screw securely down. With the unit and the DIN plug facing down, the clear bracket on, take a bolt, 65mm, slide through. With one acrylic plastic, then the second, to the top hole, slide on with the washer and a nut loosely on. Repeat by leveling all 3 holes to the stand and slide through with the washer and nut. A Phillips screwdriver and open end wrench and secure it down, not over tightening. When correctly hooked up and the blades start to spin, they do not hit one another. In the kit, we have the hanging bracket. That is not needed. If you option to wall mount the unit without a stand, you may do so by using the bracket and the spaces on the wall by taking the correct measurements. Measured center to center of the line is 11.5 inches of each spin display. We have a reset hole. When the spin display snaps in, it will not come out unless you take a reset pin, press in, and then you're able to slide out. We're going to be plugging in our first spin display DIN, place in our second DIN plug, and our last DIN plug down the side. We're going to tie wrap all our cables to the back. With optional tie wraps, loosely place on. One on the bottom, one in the middle, one on top. With all the leads out of the way, locked down. You have successfully completed your build. With the application 5D display to run the unit and place on your 3D hologram images of your choice, logos, personal, creative, and more from the 700 library that MISSYOU supplies. As we turn our unit in the on position, they automatically start in a counterclockwise rotation of a Christmas tree. This is not a toy. Please be careful. It is a spin display. As it changes the images. Great for holidays, parties, businesses, and more. This unit stands 42.5 inches tall. Artificial trees and electronic. You have different types of Christmas trees displaying. We have our spin display all set up. We're going to hit it with the remote control on all 3. As they all set up and spin equally, the spin display starts. We have Christmas trees for the holidays. This is the remote control, what runs the unit. We could dim down the brightness level and increase the brightness level. We could pause the unit We can repeat and turn off the whole unit. The spin display comes with an application to be ran on the computer. It also has, for the smartphone, run off of an app. You can put anything imaginable on the spin display. Your spin display epoch making with 1.2 million pixels in RGB colors, remote control and app driven, software for your Windows and Mac, 5D displayer. This is a 42.5-inch stand with three 16.5-inch spin displays. I hope you enjoy your product. If this is something that you are looking for your business, for your pleasure, designing any type of images for your needs, for the hobby room, for the game room, and more. Enjoy your spin display by MISSYOU.